am I the asshole for faking my giving birth?
Ooh.
If this is for PTO, then no, do you, girl? This could go
Maybe
any
it's free
sort of
PTO.
way. If it's free PTO, not the asshole. I feel like
But if they're pretending they're pregnant the whole time, then yeah, that's some evil shit.
But that's
Still,
tough. 9 months of
Yeah.
lies is wild. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm looking at statistic wise. There's probably more reasons why this is fucked up than not. So I will say asshole.
Or it could probably be like that situation where like they need to, for some reason, insurance might kick in a certain way if they go to the hospital earlier or some shit like that, a la Pam in a gym
on The
situation. So maybe I'm just gonna lean on that. I'm going not the asshole for this one.
All right. So I'll keep this as short as possible. I, 25 female, am pregnant with the baby due in a couple of days.
Oh,
Okay.
My husband, 25 male, promised that he would be the one to drive me to the hospital and that he will be glued to his phone until birth. He works only 10 minutes away from our home and his boss agreed to let him go when the birth happens.
I see where this is going.
The problem is my mother-in-law. My husband and her have an unhealthy, in my opinion, strong bond, and she is overly involved in our relationship, which has caused many issues in the past.
Yuck.
She requires his attention every day. She's suggested moving in with us ever since I became pregnant. She's also had emergencies whenever we have anniversaries, important occasions like my birthday, etc. As the date is approaching, I became increasingly worried that his mother will have an emergency during birth and I will have trouble getting to the hospital or will be forced to be alone during it. I voiced my concerns and it caused fights between me and them. I even suggested asking my best friend to drive me to keep me company as I'm scared of giving birth, but it was shot down with a, how can't you trust your own husband?
Because you're a mama's boy.
So I'm not proud of it, but I faked birth yesterday. I called my husband at work, told him it started, and he said he will be right there. After half an hour, I called to ask him where he was, and he didn't answer. After almost an hour, he called me to say that he is in the hospital with his mom because guess what? She's having a medical emergency. Apparently, he called to tell her I am giving birth, and she got a heart attack from excitement. He said he will have to miss my birth and actually asked me to call my friend to drive me and stay with me.
The way I would divorce tonight.
Oh, yeah, that's insanity. Oh, there's Artie. I admit it, I was very angry and heartbroken. So I told him I wasn't actually giving birth and that it was a test that showed me how he would actually behave versus what he said he would do, and that it proved he was always care for his mother more than his own wife who's carrying his child. He was very angry and even blamed me for his mother's heart attack in that moment.
Shit.
His mom, of course, didn't have a heart attack, but a false alarm. I felt very justified, but now that we talked, I feel guilty. He said he feels manipulated and gaslit.
You deserve
As
it.
he's manipulating and gaslighting. Oh, I didn't even notice they're fighting.
Cats
Yeah.
fighting.
Hey, behave.
That's all I'm watching.
That just because his mother lied about the emergency doesn't mean I should lie to him. He said that marriage is built on trust, so I have to trust him instead of lying to prove a point. He even said that he didn't choose me over his own mother, but a bigger emergency, and that he knew I could handle getting to the hospital, but his mother needed him more, and that a heart attack is more serious. I pointed out that she lied, but he said he couldn't have known that, and that I was just as bad for lying. I feel like I'm going crazy. Am I the asshole?
I'm gonna go nah on this one. Even okay. I'm not calling her an asshole, but what she did is very justifiable to me because she saw a pattern. There's a pattern of like behavior from the mom, and first of all, the mom is unhinged as shit. If I was OP, if I'm not divorcing this husband right now because it seems like he's gonna be team mom forever, I'd suggest we're moving the fuck away, even if it's a city away or at least like some sort of distance for that to not be an issue going forward. But to say like her situation or OP situation is not as severe as the mom's when the mom has a history of faking shit or like having those quote unquote emergencies, the fact that you don't side with your wife at such an occasion where she probably communicated so many times that, hey, I'm afraid of childbirth, and you shushed it and brushed it away, dude deserves to be divorced at this point.
100%. Yeah.
Part of me is like, if there was no pattern and, she had a fake heart attack that she thought was a real heart attack, that's a tough situation to be in. But given that there is a history of these fake flare-ups every time something important is happening, and this is kind of similar to, the does he fuck from Monday, like testing your partner. So to which, we said some of these are okay. Most of these are terrible. And this is definitely a manufactured scenario, but this has, I think it's different when there's already a history of it there. You know what I mean? You kind of already know
the probable cause.
Yeah, there's
and she's voiced like concern
a
about
bunch of
this
times
already.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
they just proved her point. So
because it's crazy. I could get it if he was like, she brought it up and he was like, yeah, you know what? Like, my mom is sick. I wouldn't want to like leave her alone if something happened. So maybe it is a good idea just to have like a plan B. But instead, both he and his mom gaslit the fuck out of her and be like, you can't trust your husband? What's up with that? That's so weird. And then immediately they both proved that she should not trust her husband. So
yeah.
I don't, part of me is like, oh man, that is a tough situation. Your mom's having a heart attack and your wife's giving birth. What do you do? Obviously you got to be there for your wife, but you got to figure out, how to get your mom to safety. But if she does this literally like on your wife's birthday or on your anniversary with your wife, then it seems like it's probably fake.
Yeah.
I do see where it's a tough situation, but absolutely insane for, this to happen so many times and then to brush off her concerns whenever she does bring it up.
It's not a tough situation for me. Fuck those two.
I'm with Josh on this.
I wish she had a real heart attack. I'll say it.
Wait, so if your mom had a heart attack when Sienna was giving birth, you'd be like, I gotta go, Mom.
Yeah, absolutely. You can die during childbirth.
No, you can die during both, but like,
right.
I don't know.
But my mom has my dad. You know what I mean? Or like other family. So it's like,
hard to compare that type of situation because like this one is so obviously there's like a pattern.
Yeah, this one's
so
fake.
of course
the
bias is already there.
I'm just saying
like,
if there was no pattern, it's a terrible situation to be in.
Oh, for sure. It's a tough situation. But like I have no sympathy with the mom and husband in this situation.
In this particular situation, with all the evidence of history and everything, an easy choice would be made.
Yeah.
I'm just saying in general, that would be a tough one, is what I'm saying.
Oh, definitely.
Don't hear what I'm not saying. I'm not saying, oh yeah, if the mom faked it all the time, of course I would, go make sure my wife gave birth. But a first time scenario, like, and there's nobody else.
Scary.
That's scary.
Yeah.
That's a scary situation.
It's tough.
That is tough.
But that's not the case with this story. So
no, not at all.
For sure.
I was just trying to give him some sympathy, but he really deserves none.
Yeah, and I'll dial back the I wish she actually had a heart attack. I'll dial that back.
I've had some time to think. I kind of went a little far though.
Welcome to my world, Josh.
I'd like to make a statement. Fuck peanut allergies, right, guys? Oh fuck. Yeah, Reddit deemed not the asshole.
I've had some real life friends come up to me and be like, I heard what you said.
You fucker.
You want me to die, motherfucker? And I was like, it's a bit, brother.
Is it?
As he's munching on like peanut butter or some shit.
I just blow some.
It's like, you want protein?
Munchkins, lower score, and Dragon said, honestly, after this stunt, I probably wouldn't even be planning to tell him I went into labor anymore. His mom is going to drama things up, so he misses it anyway. So I just cut the middleman out and save myself some stress. And save herself some stress.
Yeah.
Buffy wannabe 13 responded to that and said, the way I would just give birth and not tell him until the baby was in my arms. So I could text him, baby is here. You can come visit now. Sorry, I didn't say anything earlier. I didn't want to give your mom another heart attack.
Bam. I love it.
That's the way.
Yeah, that's 100%.
And then leave.
She delivered and delivered. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. She served and delivered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I think that's probably the safest way because then, payback. You're probably not gonna be there anyway, dude. So
Yeah.
why you missed the initial fake birth? Who's to say you won't miss the next one? So yeah, I just leave
Get
them out of it.
therapy.